This video shows how to enter a new application into Aware manually. So first, you go to your Aware homepage and you open up the participant module. And from the participant module, you'll see your caseload potentially displayed, but you'll also see 3 buttons at the top left of the screen. And to enter a new application, you'd select the new button. And keep in mind, only support staff, RC1s, and VRC2s, supervisors, and regional managers can enter new cases. Staff from CEQA, like myself, we're not able to do that. So if you don't see this new button, let me know and we'll try to get that fixed for you. So you go ahead and hit the new button. And then it opens up the new case search page. The top piece is super important to pay attention to, called caseload. Sometimes people make a mistake when they're entering, like, say, a potentially eligible case, but they assign it to their actual general VR case, and then the case has to get deleted and re-entered. So make sure the appropriate case at the top is populating. It should default to your general VR caseload, but if you need to change it to, say, another case, you could go in and say, I'm just going to do a random MAG caseload, and you'll see it would give me 2 options. MAG is for VR. You'll see in parentheses VR, and MAG PE is for potentially eligible caseload. So make sure you have the correct one populated here when you enter a new case. So I'm going to change it back to my test caseload, vid. The application date is the date that you enter the application in Aware, or, excuse me, the date the application is received. That's probably a more accurate statement. So you enter the application. I'm just going to say we received it today. So I hit T for today, and it populates my today's date. And then you'll see the section 2, the participant search. It's a good idea to search to see if this client that you're entering has previously had a case open with VR, or in fact, sometimes you find that they already have a case open in VR. So what you can do is you can enter their name here, and I'll just do last name's Test, first name's John, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit find. You can also enter a birth date, and I'd recommend doing that, but since this is a test, this person doesn't exist. But enter the birth date, and that'll give you a more kind of zeroed in search to see if this person has a previous case or they're already open with you. So you hit find. And Aware search in the system. And in this case, this is a new person. They've never had a case open with us. So no results match the search criteria. So I'm just going to put in a birth date. Uh, 12/1/2006, and I'm going to hit find again just to show you that that's probably the way to do it. First name, last name, and date of birth. This person doesn't exist. So I go down to section 3, create case. And I'm not done yet. I haven't created the case yet. It brings you to the new case verification screen. And you'll notice I don't have a social security number in here because, sometimes people don't put that on the application, or you don't have that actual social security number yet. That's okay. You can still open up a case without an SSN. What you do is you go ahead and hit finish. And in this case, Aware is going to prompt you and say, since you did not enter a social security number, Aware will generate a pseudo social security number. And you can tell that a pseudo social security number has been assigned because for DVR, the first three numbers will always be 992. And for DBVI, the first three will be 993. So I'm going to hit OK to create the fake social security number. It's double checking. Do you really want to create this case? I say yes. I hit continue. And voila, you have created the case. Once you've created the case, if you're new to entering case information, I would go through all of these to-dos here in the middle of the screen, the to-do page, and this will guide you through all the required fields. And you can go through each of these pages as well. For example, personal information. I'm not going to go through all of them, but it says genders required, so you can click on that one. And Aware will bring you right to the gender question. And then you can answer all the questions. You could go through your paper application and just get the information off of that and fill in all of these different fields. You'll notice that some of the questions have an asterisk. That means it's a required field, means you have to put information in there. Others do not. I'd recommend putting in as much information as you can just to help out, the person you're supporting or yourself as a counselor. So if you got phone numbers, put them in there, email addresses, so on and so forth. Say you forget to fill in something that's required, you hit finish. Aware will bring you to the other required field for that page. So in this example, race and ethnicity is required. So I checked white and I hit finish. You can do it this way and just go one at a time if you want, or again, you can scroll through the pages. So I'd suggest doing that for all of these to-dos. I always started at the bottom because, and as you can see, I'm on my selected layout case summary page. This displays all the things that are required right off the bat to get a case going. So I would look at these to-dos again and have your selected layout set to case summary. So that's how you enter a new case in Aware. Thank you so much.